Hello everyone, welcome to Parkitect episode 2 of our Sandbox series. This episode we are working on the Mainstreet, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, and it's pretty exciting because I'm going to be doing something I've not really done before, nor have I seen before. I don't think anyone else has done this kind of Mainstreet. If they have, let me know, but I've not seen it. I was considering to go for Disney American Adventure style Mainstreet, but then I realized Coaster B, I think, has already done it. And, you know, everyone will go for that. So I decided to go for something new. And I just decided to go for a Victorian style. I looked up some concept pictures, and by looking up, I just mean going into Google and putting Victorian Street, and then I chose the first picture that I thought was good. If you want to see the picture, it's right up in the corner. That corner? No, yeah, one of those corners. I don't remember. Or, well, I don't know yet, because I haven't put it in yet, so I don't know which corner it's in. You can figure it out. Anyway, we're basically basing off the first building off that, and then the building across it off that. And then I'm doing off those two buildings, I'm going, okay, so this is the style, and I need to work off these two styles. So these are just to put them into Parkitect, just so I can get used to the style. That's what I like doing. Is I like to copy two buildings or so. I'm doing like a Mainstreet or like a large facade, and like copy it, get used to the style, and then, you know, actually build. But I think it comes out really well, nonetheless. I actually made this building slightly too small, but really you can't really notice. I don't think it matters. The roof just seems a bit wonky with how small it is. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's pretty good overall, I'd say. Yeah, I messed with this roof like multiple times because it was just such a nightmare to work with. So yeah, so luckily I only had 2 crashes within this, so not too bad. But yeah, we just do a regular Victorian style. Get this building down. I think I got the colors nicely done, but I don't know. I might change the brick colors later on, but for now they're pretty good. Yeah. The next thing, at the beginning, the reason I was trying to do like the things on the ground, I was trying to make a trolley or streetcar, and I was trying to make a streetcar so it would go down the main street, and like then I'd make a little model streetcar based off San Francisco. The only thing is I looked on the railroad mod, and there's no rails, so I gave up on that. Voice crack. And then I was like, okay, maybe I could just make my own rails? No. There's no, like, inner circles or anything like that. As far as I could tell in any of the vanilla pieces, if there are, let me know. And I'll add that in the Mainstreet part 2. Because I'm nowhere near finished. This will probably be 3 parts. Because I'm literally recording this audio right after I finished all of this footage. So I have it fresh in my brain. I like the flooring. The flooring thing is really cool. I think it's a really cool mod. I really enjoy it just because it allows more flexibility with the paths, but I feel like it's gonna hog up the piece count, which I'm worried about, but for now we'll keep it, because I do really like the texture. I really really like that texture. And I might, later on, if it comes down to piece count, might get rid of it, but it's so minuscule that there's, like, no point. So here I'm actually working on the next thing, which is the railroad. And I feel maybe I put this Main Street a little bit too close to the actual entrance. But I think it's fine. It works. It allows it to develop straight in to the Main Street. And this Main Street is huge, mind you. Like, it's a long Main Street. I kind of didn't realize that until I'm like a quarter of it done, and I'm like, oh, this is the Main Street. Like, once we pop into real time, I'll show you guys, because it's a bit ridiculous with how long the actual street is, and we've only done a little bit. This station wasn't really based off anything, except I would say maybe it's based off, I guess, the Disney station in Disney World at Magic Kingdom, but I don't think it's just simple brick facades and not anything crazy. I'm probably misinterpreting what facade. I'm like not using it correctly or something. Let me know. Also, as a side note, the street mod with the signs are amazing when it comes like to just regular signs, because it's not just street signs that you can use it for. Like, there's like a do not enter sign, which you can use it for like staff buildings and like staff areas. Really amazing. There's also arrows in there, which there's different sized arrows, which is also really amazing. And it's also really good for if you're making like a backstage area, which we'll get to that at some point for this. Yeah. So here I am actually, right here I'm using the arrows to like point where, where you should be going. But yeah, I think it comes out really well. And yeah, I really enjoy it. So next, we're actually working on the second building in a second, or we will be, working on the second building. So yeah, which is actually a really cool, area. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what I'm saying. Actually, yeah, here we go. I'm working on, like, I guess you could consider it like a museum. Yeah, I don't know. Then I just changed it from, like, a museum to, like, a courthouse. And then I changed it from a museum to, like, a factory. You'll see later on, like, what I do to it. Like, I don't even know what it is anymore at this point. Yeah, I'm still messing with the colors. I don't know if I like the colors. They're a bit meh, I would say. Whoa, yawning. It's a bit late where I am. Yeah. We did this overhang, which I don't know if we should keep that. I might just resort back to like a regular museum, like detailed roofed entrance, but we'll see. I like the overhang, and I don't like the overhang because it covers up the window detail. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. And then we're just finishing off the station for now. I mean, the station is nowhere near complete, because, I mean, we'll probably finish it when we come back with the train system, and do, like, 3 more stations. What is also really annoying, I noticed, because I like to have the game paused, is the time, like, the day-night cycle doesn't change when you're paused. So you have to, like, unpause, wait, like, 3 seconds, and then pause again. Like, I understand why you have to do it. I understand, like, you know, I know I'm just complaining. Alright. But, like, it's annoying. Like, I'll be like, alright, and I'll sit there for, like, 3 seconds waiting for it to, like, change the day, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I have to unpause. Maybe that's just me, but, yeah. Here we're making this, like, subway tunnel, sort of. I don't know if Victorian had a subway tunnel, but you know what, we're just adding it in. So, yeah, we have a subway tunnel. It doesn't actually lead anywhere, it's just, like, a fake subway tunnel. Yeah, like, it doesn't lead anywhere. I was trying to figure out how to get rid of the columns, and then I just put a path there just to get rid of it. Another curb to just block them from going in. Yeah, it literally goes nowhere. It just goes straight, like, a few meters right there, and then it just stops. Also, if the audio is delayed to the video, sorry about that, and hopefully it isn't. It's probably delayed by, like, a second or 2 seconds or so, so I apologize if it is. There's not really anything I can do about that, so just deal with it. But yeah, so we actually don't finish that building near the backstage area for that side. And we actually, a lot of this inspiration actually is still going back to Disney. Even though I said I don't want to do Disney. You'll see what I mean. If you know what I'm talking about in the Magic Kingdom area, if you go, when you enter Magic Kingdom and then you go to the left, you see, like, the restroom area and, like, the fire engine area. And that's what I put down this alley, behind the museum. There you go, you saw a little bit of how long that huge Main Street is, which we're all gonna have to do. Or not all of us, but I'm going to have to do it. But yeah, I put, like, the bathrooms over there, like, that kind of, like, garden style thing. I sort of took half of that idea and then implemented it in mine. I don't know if it feels Victorian, but I did it anyway. So, yeah, and I realized this wasn't actually Victorian enough. So later I actually make it feel more Victorian, I guess you could say. I don't know how you... Yeah, I don't know how you make something feel more Victorian. Yeah, I don't know. Now that I think of it, I really wish I could have gone that streetcar line in. Because I really wanted to do, like, wires going all the way down as well. Like, cables, like, the streetcar would be on. And then I'd make, like, a whole replica of this thing, like, a San Francisco streetcar. Which I could still do. Like, I could make a streetcar, and then just put it, like, on the side as, like, a model. That's an idea. Maybe, like, I put it on a pedestal. That's not a bad idea. And, like, I can put that maybe in front in, like, a station area? Huh. That's not a bad idea. I might consider that, if I can make a streetcar. But I don't know if I'm skilled enough for that. Yeah, I don't think I'm skilled enough for that. Also, sorry for nothing going on. I don't want to edit this out, so I'll just leave it running. There we go. Yeah. I should edit it out, but, like, I don't. But, like, I should. But, like, I'm already recording this stuff, and then have to redo all my audio. Wow, voice crack again. How many times can Lively voice crack? It's ridiculous. But I really do enjoy this museum building. The problem is, the thing I really struggle with, excuse me, Jesus. The thing I really struggle with in Parkitect, and any game with, like, building, is the colors. I'm terrible at colors. Like, literally, it's so bland. Like, the roof color is just gray. Like, I'm just garbage at making anything look good with colors. Like, the 4 colors just go for roof is like blue, brown, and gray. Okay, that's 3. Maybe white, but mostly gray. And like, I've always tried to go for like green, and it looks gross. I always try to go for yellow, and that looks gross. I just don't know what to do. Like, it's just such a struggle to get anything done when it comes to like making things color good. Yeah, color good. I'm also using Max's plant mod. I don't know what it's called, I'll be honest. His plant mod, basically, yeah. So I'm using that. That's a really cool mod. I really enjoy it. I just wish there were more variations to Poplars. I know he's saying that he was going to, I think he said he was going to redo it as well. So, yeah, I can't wait for that. I definitely would want, Max, if you're watching, I would definitely want, like, 4 different types of each tree. Like, not 4, but like 3 different of the same species, but 3 different variants. Not just size. Like, size I can just change on my own. I would just want variants in the leaves and, like, the feeling of it. If that makes sense at all. Because I know you're going to do, I think you were saying you would do color. But actually, here, this main street is way bigger than you think it will be, I'm actually making alleys. And I'm also considering making those alleys go back behind the buildings. But I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to make, like, a whole city. Sort of like in Universal. They don't quite do to the same extent I might do. But, like, they still have, like, the New York area right when you walk into, Islands of Adventure, is that? I forget which one is the Islands of Adventure one. One of them. No, Islands of Adventure is the huge tower one. What is the other one called? Islands of Adventure, and then... I'm looking this up. Because the other one is called... Universal Parks Orlando. What is it called? Just tell me. It's Resort? What? It's just called Universal Studios Resort? Is that it? I thought it was called something else. Let me open up Google Maps. This is just leading me on a rabbit hole of stuff. Universal Orlando. Okay. What is this one called? That's not it. Good for Kids. That's what it's called. Oh, it is called Universal Orlando Resort. Theme park. Is that actually it? I think that's the park. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I'll throw a Google Maps picture of what I mean. Yeah, like right there. I'm probably like circling or something. There's like all these like different streets that you go down. It's really not that much. There's Delancey Street. Delancey Street. And then there's South Street. And then what's the other street? Does it not say? Is that still South Street? I guess that street doesn't have a name? Yeah, the street just doesn't have a name. Yeah, huh. Yeah, and then 7th Avenue. Yeah, so all of those actually, all of those streets just cover the New York area, and it's really cool, because it covers up, and it, like, makes the Mummy, area look complete, because it sort of, you know, hides that in there, and it's really, really fascinating how that works, and how that actually functions. It's actually really, really impressive. Now going back to what I'm actually doing, here you can see the Disney sort of oriented garden bathroom area. I did less of an extent because the garden area is in the middle of that like surrounding area. Because you go up to the bathrooms and then you have to walk all the way down, and like there's the garden in the middle, right? If I'm remembering this correctly, and there's a roof opening. So I'm only cutting the half, if that makes sense. I think. Yeah, I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. If there's not a garden, well, I've been lied to then. I also started to, went ahead and started to get a head start on this backstage area. Just so we can have it ready for when I do backstage stuff. Just so I know the shape and what I need to fill in. But yeah. I cannot wait, for this Park's Main Street to finish, because this is gonna be so cool. Here's the part where I was trying to be like, okay, it needs to be more Victorian, because I was looking at, Astro's Park, Astro again, because we were talking in voice chat, and he was showing me his Victorian park that he made with, well, was it Coaster Canyon, I think? Yeah, Coaster Canyon, and he made like a full-on, like steampunk Victorian style build, and it looked fantastic. It actually gave me some inspiration on the roof, which looks amazing. I love that texture, and I'm going to be using that so much now, because I feel like the roof textures in this game are really lacking. They're just super bland, and I think that is actually a really cool way to just mix it up. I think that's really, really brilliant. I'm definitely going to be looking out for more ways to do different roof textures, as weird as that sounds. But yeah. And I also got inspiration from, like, the huge just containers with pipes coming out of them. I don't know what they hold. Probably just, I don't know, coffee or money. I don't know. I don't know what you would hold in those. Maybe molasses, because I know molasses, like a huge molasses tank, fell over, and it was the biggest molasses accident. And, like, it made the whole village, like, there's, like, people died from it, right? Like, if you look it up, I think it's, like, the molasses, or something, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. It's like a molasses accident of, like, it's either 1800s or 1900s. I'm looking up so many things. Yeah, the Boston 1919 molasses accident. I'll throw another picture up there. But it was pretty bad. It's called the Great Molasses Flood. Back in 1919. I think it killed 21, yeah. 21 people from just molasses, which is impressive on its own. I'm also really sad that the roadworks doesn't have any street signs, just like bland green street signs. And I was gonna make my own street sign using the flat rectangle, but the Better Shapes mod is just garbage and doesn't have any flat rectangles, nor does the base game. Not its fault. But like, how does the Better Shapes mod not have any of that? Like, it's just garbage. And I'm sure 90% of you would agree. But yeah, I make my own street sign by just putting some rectangles, and I think it looks okay. You'll probably see it in a second. Yeah, here, yeah, this. So I just do, a simple street sign, and yeah, I think that's mostly it. Then it's just me putting in windows. That's kind of it. It's just me putting windows up, and yeah. It's not anything crazy. I probably need to work on whatever goes on there. For now, I'm just crossing it, just so I have to think about what I'm going to put there. Because it's literally, when you look down that street, that's the first thing you see. It covers the whole area, and it just feels underwhelming to just look down when you're exiting, and it's just you know, some windows. Like, I don't know what to put there. And then my game crashed. So, that was fun. So yeah, we finally finished the time-lapse, and we've completed all of that. So here's our entire Main Street so far. I was lying about the quarter, it's not actually that far. I was exaggerating, it's more half. But we're getting pretty close. Here's the museum sort of style building. Here's the station. As you can see, a lot of the stuff is gone, from what I placed, just because of the crash, which sucks. I hate when Parkitect crashes. I mean, I hate when any game crashes. But yeah, we just have this simple entrance. Nothing too crazy. We'll probably add some scenery here to just make it look nicer along this. This is just temporary. But yeah, it's just, you know, we could come in here, you know, all of this. Subway station, this building. I really do like the station building. I actually didn't check if this train can get under. I'm sure it's fine. Let me check. Oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, there's smoke coming through here, but, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, we just have all this. The sad thing already is the game is already not really. It's already dropped like a frame, which, to be fair, like if I go over here, does that prove it? No, I don't know why I'm worrying about frames. Frames aren't a worry right now, I would say. But yeah, the train does make it through. I was worried about that. And I think it could go, right? Yeah, you can see the steam. So just ignore that. I'll probably just put a chimney there. Yeah, that's actually smart. Oh, I could put a chimney there? I wish there was a trigger, because then I could make like a... Yeah. And then it falls off the track. It falls off... Whoa. Jeez, okay. It falls off the track. But it actually does fit through here really nicely, actually. So, that's pretty good. I do need to actually pillar this, and pillar this. Make that more clean, I just realized. But other than that, I think this is turning out really well. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So on that note, oh, and yeah, here's the bathrooms area. But on that note, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and another episode should be released next week, this week, next week on Monday, maybe, I don't know. Oh, we already have vandalists. I'm gonna feel worried about that. Alright, see you guys, peace.